We often measure intelligence by its outward manifestations, the patents filed, the theories published, the successful navigation of the external world. Yet, for many who possess a truly exceptional intellect, the compass consistently points inward. We observe a recurring pattern, a deep, almost gravitational pull towards solitude, a noticeable and often perplexing withdrawal from the very social sphere that intelligence is supposedly meant to master. This psychological phenomenon is not a modern eccentricity. It is a foundational truth of the human spirit, illuminated with piercing clarity by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. Jung's work provides not just a description of this withdrawal, but a profound explanation for its necessity. He argues that, for the highly intelligent, solitude is not an escape from society, but a vital, non-negotiable step toward personal and even collective fulfillment. The core of this retreat lies in the architecture of the intellectual psyche. Imagine the mind as a geological structure. Where most people perceive the surface, the intelligent mind is attuned to the deep tectonic plates, the underlying pressures, and the history embedded within the rock. This depth of perception means the individual sees not just what is, but the endless layers of possibility and meaning. Consequently, the common rituals of social life, the casual banter, the focus on superficial status, the adherence to unexamined conventions, register to the intelligent mind as profoundly shallow. The conversation lacks resonance. It is a surface phenomenon, a constant, low-level drone of noise that clashes violently with the internal symphony of complex thought. This is not arrogance. It is a clash of frequencies. The highly intelligent crave connection at the level of the soul, a sharing of authentic, fundamental truths. And when the external world fails to provide this, the mind naturally turns inward to the only place capable of sustaining its complexity. This inward turn is the bedrock of Jung's most critical concept, individuation. Individuation is the lifelong process through which the individual becomes a whole, undivided person, distinct from the collective. It is the journey of integrating the conscious ego with the vast, rich, and often terrifying territory of the unconscious. For the person of high intellect, this process is intensified and accelerated. Their solitude is not a random act of isolation, but a deliberate psychological necessity. It is the setting up of the inner workshop. In this sacred space of aloneness, the mind performs its most critical work. It confronts the shadow, the dark, unacknowledged aspects of the personality without the comfort of social distraction. There is no one to impress, no role to play, no mask to wear. What remains is the raw self, forced into a dialogue with its own hidden potential and its fears. This intense self-confrontation is exhausting, often painful, and profoundly non-social. Yet it is the only way to temper the spirit and forge genuine wisdom from raw intelligence. Jung differentiated the state from simple loneliness. Loneliness is the pain of being without people. Solitude, for the intelligent, is the fulfillment of being with oneself. The constant pressure to conform, to sacrifice complexity for simple belonging, is what the intelligent person is truly escaping. They seek stillness because stillness is the natural environment for their dominant function, often introverted intuition. This function looks inward, perceiving possibilities, symbols, and patterns invisible to the externally focused eye. To nurture this inner vision, they must actively filter out the demands and distractions of the social environment, which acts as a static field, hindering the signal of genuine insight. But here lies the essential paradox. The retreat, however necessary, is not the destination. Jung was acutely aware of the risk of complete psychological isolation. The mind that remains unanchored to external reality, consumed entirely by its internal symbols and fantasies, risks becoming alienated, even prone to psychosis. Wisdom, Jung insisted, comes not from knowing much, but from understanding deeply. And that understanding requires the friction and reality check provided by the outer world. Therefore, the solitude of the intelligent must be understood as one half of a vital rhythm. The retreat is merely the preparation phase, the descent into the underworld, necessary before the return. This is the hero's journey of the psyche. The solitary seeker must bring the gold they found in the depths back to the collective. The true goal is integration, the harmonious oscillation between deep inner reflection and authentic outer participation. The intelligent person must return to the world, not to lose themselves in noise again, but to embody the wisdom they have forged in silence. How does this integration manifest? Through creation. The profound insights born in solitude are externalized through the arts, through scientific theory, through philosophical writing, and through teaching. These creative expressions are the vital bridges that connect the solitary mind back to humanity, translating private truth into universal meaning. In this way, the individual who retreated from society ultimately contributes to it at a higher, more transformative level than if they had simply remained engaged in superficial social exchange. The escape of the highly intelligent is thus revealed as a spiritual necessity, a form of service. By withdrawing, they are cleansing their perception. By returning, they bring clarity and light to the cultural village that has forgotten how to seek its own depths. If you are a person who feels this tension, the persistent pull toward quiet reflection, the drainage caused by trivial interactions, Jung offers you not a diagnosis of inadequacy, but an affirmation of purpose. Your solitude is not an absence of connection. It is a different, deeper form of it. It is the necessary space where your consciousness is evolving, preparing you to engage with the world not on its shallow terms, but on the profound, authentic terms forged within your own soul. The privilege of a lifetime, as Jung said, is to become who you truly are. And for the intelligent spirit, that path must, for a time, be walked alone. These insights are not mere speculations. They are the distillation of decades of profound psychological exploration, seen through the unique lens of the great psychologist Carl Jung. If you found resonance in this deep exploration of the human psyche, we invite you to join this journey. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to receive more life-changing insights into the world and the self.